Hey Carpool Crew, I'm Pastor Justin, and before we jump in, I want to give a big shout out to Charlotte and EJ in Birmingham, Alabama, and Mia from Gardenia, California. EJ, Charlotte, Mia, I hope today you remember that God is never out of time. And guess what? That's exactly what we're talking about today. Here's the one thing I want you to remember for the ride. Jesus is still in control when things look over. Listen to this from Luke chapter 8, verse 50. Don't be afraid. Only believe, and she will be saved. Okay, picture this. Jesus is walking with a crowd. A man named Jairus runs up to him. Jairus' daughter is really sick, like really sick. He begs Jesus to come to his house. This is something any father would do for their kid. And Jesus says what you expected him to say. He says yes. So they start walking. Jairus is probably moving fast. He really cares about his daughter. Maybe looking back to Jesus now and then, a little bit like, come on, please hurry up, let's go. Then suddenly, someone runs up with the worst news of his life. Don't bother Jesus anymore. Your daughter is dead. Oh my goodness. Stop right there. That's the moment everything feels over. No more hope. No more fixing it. No more chances. Imagine how Jairus, the dad, felt. Here's the moment. Jesus spoke right away. He's clear. He's calm. He's not panicked at all. Jesus says, don't be afraid. Just believe. See, Jesus doesn't turn around. He doesn't say, oh, it's too late. He keeps walking. They get to the house. People are crying loudly. They're sad. Everything feels final. It feels over. But Jesus walks in and takes the girl's hand, and she gets up. She is alive. Jesus brought her back to life. You know, if Jesus were sitting with us right now, he might tell you, when it looks too late, I'm not done. Trust me. Just believe. You know, think about your week. Have you ever had a moment where something felt too late? Like you didn't study and now the test is today? Or you said the wrong thing to a friend and you think, oh, there's no fixing this. A friendship is broken. Something at home feels stuck. You know, maybe your behavior hasn't been great or your listening to mom or dad hasn't been great. It's easy to think it's all over. But Jesus says something different. Here's what you can do this week because of Jesus. First, when something feels too late, take a breath and say, Jesus, I'm not done because you're not done. That is a strong statement that you will feel bold and strong saying. Second, pick one thing you've given up on and try one more time. Quit tomorrow. Take a break another day. You can do it. Maybe it's an apology. Maybe it's one more math problem. Maybe it's a hard conversation, but you can do it. Third, before bed tonight, hand the too late thing to Jesus. Just say, Jesus, if you're not done, I'm not done. Here's the one thing I wanted you to remember. Jesus is still in control when things look over. Remember, Carpool Crew, no matter where you are or how you're listening, God loves you. And parents, this weekend on Carpooling with Jesus, we've got two of my favorite episodes lined up. Saturday, we're talking about how Jesus moved toward the kid nobody else would go near. Sunday, we're walking through how Jesus handled pressure without rushing and how your kids can do the same. I hope you consider subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Now, before we go, let's answer this question together. When's a time where things felt too late for you? And what can you do about it? I'll see you tomorrow or next Monday on Carpooling with Jesus.